How you doing?
I'm pretty good, man.
You good?
Pretty good. I've just played the main stage of Sonisphere. How the fuck do you think I feel?
Yeah, I imagine on top of the world right now.
Yeah, I'm happy because it's one of those little ticks off your list of things that you want to do.
Kind of opening for Iron Maiden, basically.
Yeah. I will say Iron Maiden were very late, so we had about 15 minutes to set up, which meant I was really stressed. I mean, we were here from 6 a.m. and I wasn't allowed to do anything until maybe 11:15. We were on stage at 11, so things were tough, but it's the way life is. You know, Iron Maiden headlining today. I'm sure everybody that's bought a ticket today is here to see them, so I can hardly argue with that. But they were testing their flamethrowers at about 18 or 19 minutes towards my set time. So I got a little bit angry at Bruce Dickinson today, I'll be honest. I was like, Bruce, fuck you, Bruce.
Oh, he's flying a fighter plane later on. You might want to be throwing the insults around.
I'm cool with that. He's not going to drop nothing on me, so I'm all good.
That's all good. That's all good. So last time you guys were here, a few years ago, you were playing a much smaller stage, weren't you?
Yeah.
So do you prefer like a smaller gig like that, or the main stage, thousands of fans? Is it a bit less personal that way?
To be fair, I mean, we all enjoy the energy of a smaller stage.
Yeah.
It is, from doing large venues, like the last gig we did in North America was in New York, in Irving Plaza. Massive. Massive. So cool. But then on that same tour, we did some shows in like Florida, which were only 200 or 300 capacity.
Yeah.
They both have their positives. It's really cool to be this close to people.
Yeah.
So
feel that energy coming back out of the crowd.
Really get it. But at the same time, it's really cool to have a couple of thousand people.
Yeah, I imagine to look at and just see that sea of fans.
It's more when they sing along.
Yeah.
It just gives you that buzz. Today, we were so lucky because you'd think 11 a.m. there's not going to be much people up. They're going to be all.
You think most people are going to be hungover back in the tent?
Not at all. Yeah. We had a massive crowd. I was really excited about that. I don't know. I guess it's Kilimanjaro, the guys that promote this. They've been really supportive of us. Just try to put us on the best shows. They had us on with Carnival recently. Fantastic tour.
Fantastic.
Had us on with Protest the Hero, fantastic tour, and then a couple of years back had us on with Devin Townsend. So it means that we've been able to cultivate like a progressive audience that they're so loyal.
Yeah.
Which means 11 a.m. on a Saturday when it's raining, we've got
they still turn out
20,000 people. Fantastic.
I imagine Devin Townsend was a good crossover for you guys.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Oh, by the way, this is my beer tech, Aidan. Aidan beer tech.
Hello.
All right, sorry about that.
He deserves some recognition.
Like
well, I mean, I've done other stuff today as well, but the beer is the important
It's the important thing. Priorities.
This is the thing.
Priorities.
Sorry, Aidan made us sound good today, but more importantly, he brought me a drink. I'm very happy. So yeah, going out on tour with Devin Townsend, we did that in the US.
Yeah.
Wow, because that was like our first North American tour. I just saw the guys backstage. We keep meeting each other every now and then. It's like seeing brothers. It's just like, this is incredible. Because for us, it was a new experience. For them, it was their first headline tour.
Oh right, so they were kind of finding their feet.
We're both sharing this special kind of moment where things you just can't explain. The first headline tour you do in North America, it's special. We've done that recently, and I'm never going to forget turning up to Jacksonville, Florida. There's people there. It's so good. And turning up to Saskatoon in the middle of Canada. Have you ever heard of Saskatoon? Have you?
I'd never heard of Saskatoon.
This is what I mean. Where
but
the
I bet
fuck is
people in Saskatoon had heard of you. Which is what matters.
This is like it absolutely blows your mind. And then I used to live in Hitchin, which for those people that don't know where Hitchin is, it's about 15 miles from Nebworth House, where Sonisphere is today.
Alright, so just round the corner then.
Just around the corner. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, fair enough. I live 6,000 miles away now, but I used to live around the corner, so it's incredible for me to turn up main stage Sonisphere, where I've seen one of my favourite bands, Carnival. Other bands like Deftones and that play. Perfect.
It's a site with such a long and storied history as well, isn't it? When you go back to Led Zeppelin back in the day.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, they've got such a massive, basically with Kashmir, massive influence upon us, because the tuning that the guitars were tuned to in that song, that's what we do in the first album that we did, but we tuned it down a bit, so it's a bit heavier, because obviously we're kids, we don't know that bullshit. You know, it's got to be heavier, darker, but it basically, that's the reason why we sound like we sound.
Yeah.
You know, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, if it wasn't for those bands, we'd just sound like a Meshuggah rip-off band.
I was just going to mention Meshuggah actually, because you can hear a lot of that, especially in your first album. You can hear a lot of Meshuggah.
We were so lucky. We played a show in India with them.
Oh wow!
And Akul, the guitarist, songwriter, Jesus, he basically does everything for Tesseract and then brings it to us, and we do our thing with it. But he's actually managed to become friends with Frederick Tortendale, so guitarist from Meshuggah, and that has just led to him learning so much from him and us as a result, learning so much.
Those guys are amazing musicians.
Well, the whole
I was lucky
scene,
enough to see them a few years
us,
ago.
Periphery, Chimps Banner, we would have nothing if it wasn't for Meshuggah. Absolutely nothing. You know, if I was to say we're completely original, I'd be lying so hard.
Any band
like
these days.
George Bush when it came to Iraq, I'd be lying so hard. You know, we owe so much to Meshuggah.
There's so many bands owe so much that it's important though that you wear those influences on your sleeve. You don't try and portray yourself as, yeah, we're original, we invented this, because you just can't do that.
Whenever we write a new track, we're like, it sounds a bit like Meshuggah, but maybe we should change it a little. But they don't seem that fussed by it. They seem a bit confused by the whole Gents thing. They're like, have we really started this? Because we used to be like a Metallica cover band.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that they're very humble, and they don't see themselves as the progenitors of modern metal, which frankly they are. We'll see how things develop. I'm pretty sure there'll be another industrial stroke electronic metal style of things that's going to come out in the next few years.
The last few years a lot more electronic has started to find its way into metal.
But for now, it's still Meshuggah totally leading the way.
No, they're top of the game at the moment.
None of us.
Top of the game.
None of us can come near to it. We try, we fail, but we try. You know, it's pretty cool.
It's a hell of a lot of yardstick to live up to, though.
Yeah, it's mainly Thomas Hark. Drummer is
he's a machine.
The guy makes me sick. I would love to just go on stage and just punch him and say, look, I'm a bass player and I'm embarrassed by how rhythmically inadequate I am compared to, imagine what my drummer feels like, you know. Jay, he just looks at Thomas and he goes very cool band.
Amazing band. But no, it brings me on to another point. I was going to ask you, Altered State, your last album, got a slightly more melodic sound to it, and a little less of that Meshuggah vibe. Was that a conscious effort on your part as a band, or was that just a kind of natural progression?
With our first album, we were like, we should probably do things in a certain way, because people are not going to be accepting of us in any other sense. With Altered State, we felt we'd established ourselves, at least musically. We were like, this is how we sound. So we felt we could move away from that, because for most people it tends to be the vocals that are the key to the music.
Yeah.
So with screaming heavy vocals, that's what people expect. But myself, not into it, which is very ironic because that's all I do on stage. But also Akul, who writes most of the music, he's not really been into the screamed vocals. Like I say, I love Meshuggah, but the vocals, they only go so far for me. I need something else, especially when we had a talent like with one, we were working with Dan, and obviously we're working with Dan.
So Dan's just recently come back to the band, hasn't he?
But then with Alter State, we're working with Ash, who has the most amazing sense of melody. And it's a shame we're not working with him anymore, but life is life. Moves on. His melodic ideas were just perfect. So we're like, well, let's not bother with any heavy vocals. We're going to move towards the more melodic side of things.
You find your sound rather than trying to live up to the preconceptions.
Do you know what was called? People accepted it. Yeah. Because you'd expect people would be, I want to listen to heavy stuff. But everybody was very open-minded. And again, returning back to Dan, Dan's very lucky. He's got the melody. He's got that whole clean singing thing going on. But definitely. He can really scream if he wants to. But we don't really want to. So next album, it's all gonna be Dolly Parton clean singing country bullshit. Sorry about that.
You just kind of answered my next question. I was going to ask, like Dan coming back to the band, how is that going to influence the sound, or whether you're going to deliberately try to keep moving away from that? It won't be a return to what we were, because we've moved on. It could be an evolution again.
What we've worked on, because we've actually done demos already.
Yeah.
So what we've worked on already is, surprisingly, I was really amazed because it sounds vocally, there's a bit of Chino Marino from Deftones, there's a bit of Devin Townsend. There's even a bit of Dream Theater in there because Dan's supremely talented. He's an arsehole. Bastard. I wish I could sing like that. All I can do is Cookie Monster bullshit. So we're free when it comes to whatever we want to do. That means that we've kind of gone from the first demo we did was a bit like Devin Townsend trying to sing a Deftones track. Which sounds a bit dumb, but it works really well over Tesseract. However, the other stuff that we've written is very big, melodic, epic. Well, I was really surprised there was one track sounds a bit like Nightwish. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Why do we sound like Nightwish all of a sudden? But then another track sounds a bit like Primus. And like, how can you marry that stuff? Obviously, I'm in a band, so it's going to sound like Primus. Sorry, I'll do a bit of slap, do a bit of this, do a bit of that. But it just shows that we're very confident in the fact that hopefully our fans will be very accepting of what we've done. And if they like it, that's perfect, but we're really not going to change the concept. One of our favourite bands is Anathema. They're so melodic. If we don't follow that route, we'd be lying to ourselves. I really love We're Here Because We're Here album that they did like 3-4 years back. And that just made us realise, all of us realise that there's another world out there aside from textures, sugar, periphery. We can actually be the band we want to be, which is kind of Pink Floyd, Jeff Buckley, Sugar,
slightly more progressive and dynamic,
squashed together. So our fans are really good to us because they allow us to do that. Could you imagine if Limp Bizkit changed to what they do? People would be like,
if they became a jazz trio next week, that would be the end of their career.
We could probably do it. I'm not saying we're doing that because I'm not that good. I can't do jazz, but we could probably fuck with people in that sense.
Like you say, the fans have definitely accepted the change since one. So well. So there's been very little backlash.
And then especially Dan rejoining. There was was nothing negative because I was expecting
no backlash, no what an Ash bad.
I was a little bit worried that people would be like, oh, thank God, because we had trouble when we changed to Elliot. People were very much like, I want Dan and that's it. So I was a little bit worried that crowd would be, because it's very much down the middle. People that joined us with Dan with one, people that joined us with Ash with Old State. And I was a little bit worried that it would be a bit negative. For some reason, social media has surprised me. They've actually been very polite, they've been very respectful, and very understanding, because you have to be quite sensitive about this, because this is our life. It's not just a business. You could get fired from a job and you move on to another job, but
it's what you want to do.
Ash put so much of his life into what we did that it would be horrible, disrespectful if people would turn around and say, oh, thank God Dan is back. We're so lucky that people have been, they've almost been a bit leveled. They've been like, I'm really unhappy that Ash has left, but I'm also happy that Dan has rejoined.
Excited to see what comes next.
Because they're quite similar in their abilities. They're both fantastic vocalists. And some people like what we did with Concealing Fate and with One, and others like what we do with Old State. I'm just really hoping that they accept the next album, because I rather like doing this. I'd be so upset if I've got to go and work in Burger King. No disrespect to Burger King workers, but I prefer playing the main stage at Sonisphere. Sorry.
I think we all would.
Yeah, everyone.
We all would. You announced Dan's return quite close to this. It was about 10 days before the gig, wasn't it?
Okay, so
was it difficult to get the set together? Did he drop back in really naturally? Was that?
It was so natural. I was talking to Dan. We sat there. Dan, his wife Emma, his baby boy Jack, who's like 6 months old, and he was like, "How is this so easy?"
Don't question it. Just let it happen.
It just worked. So last night was our first rehearsal.
Wow.
7 p.m. First rehearsal.
Right down to the wire then.
Yeah. We just didn't have the time because it was also last minute. But that is kind of typical Tesseract. And like I say, it was weird. Nothing's changed. We all know each other, we know the chemistry. So it was cool. We sounded as good as Baby Metal did, so I'm very happy.
Maybe not quite. Baby Metal. I did. You might not be quite such the visual spectacle that they were.
Well, all right. Have a look at this. I've got no short skirts on.
So there's no go-go boots, no frilly skirt. Things to work on for the next tour.
I'm not Japanese, so therefore I'm not cute. Nothing I can do about that, mate. But sorry about that.
We've all got our crosses to bear.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all got our crosses to bear. Speaking of Baby Metal, obviously, are you guys here all weekend? Are you just here for the day?
Yeah, most of us are going to be here all weekend. Cool. Especially tomorrow, it's going to be so cool because we get to see Devon, get to see Protest, we get to see Carnival.
I was just going to say,
these are
bands you guys are going to be checking
brothers.
out.
You're running out of time.
I'm being
SD cards are too small.
We're running out of time. So quickly before we run out of time, obviously going back into the studio. When can we expect to see you guys out and about on tour again after that?
We are starting the end of September. We're going to start a tour in Europe and then back into the UK in November with
fantastic.
Animals as leaders.
So expect
expect an awesome tour.
Stunning.
They're like American. We toured with them in America, so they're like our brothers. Really cool. I'm really looking forward to being back out with Matt and Tosin and Javier. It's going to be so cool.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be one to look forward to.